dude.
Give us a skinny about the showcase showdown,
All right.
bro.
So I got the deets here, all right? So for those who don't know, PlayStation, they released a little tweet, right, announcing their PlayStation showcase. All right. So what did the tweet had? Well, I got the details for you. So the showcase is going to begin this Thursday, September 9th. So just a few days away from when this goes live here. So September 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So set your clock, set your reminders. The showcase was going to be around 40 minutes. I want to go through these details, right? And then towards the end, I want to give my little tinfoil hat of what I think they mean. Just breaking down this tweet. It literally just it's like 3 paragraphs is all it was. The tweet had a link that had all these details here. Show's going to be around 40 minutes. It's going to include updates from PlayStation Studios, first-party studios, as well as other developers for games releasing this holiday and beyond. It's also they also made it clear, crystal clear, they will not be showing, or PSVR 2 will not be making an appearance. Okay, fair enough, right? That's fine. So now here's where tinfoil hat liquid comes in. All right. That old crazy old man liquid on here.
Bro, I'm so here for this. Let's go.
So first of all, they said the show will be around 40 minutes, which tells me, oh, that's got to be under, right? Because if it's more, you boast about it. You say it's over 40 minutes, but they said around. So that tells me this is probably I'm gonna say 38 minutes. All right, I'm gonna call 38 minutes.
All right, I'm calling 39 minutes and 18 seconds for some reason.
Oh, 39:18. Hey, bold, but great. I love the boldness. Second thing is they said they were going to include updates from PlayStation Studios as well as other imaginative. They use that word, imaginative developers, or they said leading industry imaginative developers for games that are releasing this holiday. So in other words, doubling down on third party. That's exactly what that means. That's what that tells me, right? Like, oh, you want something this holiday? We're really going to focus on this third party, which they did make clear. They're going to focus on third party for this year. Why? Because they got nothing to show. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, exactly. Because they have to, not because they want to. Because they have to. Luckily, it does talk about the future of PlayStation 5. So hopefully, we have some more to go by. I expect Horizon to make an appearance of some sort. I expect.
Like we get another trailer. You think?
I think so. I think it's confident to say we get a trailer there. I would talk about more about predictions, but I want to save that. That's the juicy stuff that we're going to talk about next. That's the. I can't wait to get into that. I can't wait to. I just want to see. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. The tweet just came out of nowhere. Just to give a little more picture to what I'm talking about here. They actually posted an image. Had the PlayStation, the symbols there, the cross, or I was gonna say the cross and the X. Anyways, cross, circle, triangle, square. And they're all blinged out. They have like these diamonds and stuff like that. So, they're trying to keep it a little fancy. But yeah, we'll see what comes. Oh, and then specifically at the end of that, the paragraph, one of the last things they touched up on is they said stay tuned after the show, just for some updates, I guess, or how to stay in contact with some of the developers they're going to show. So maybe new developers. You know what I'm saying? Maybe new developers. Again, I'm still thinking third party. New developers, third party, especially like we know that game Fist is coming out, which stands for Forge in Scorch Torch, Forge in Shadow Torch. Jesus, that's what it was. Yeah, what's funny is that I was looking at that game and I was like, man, maybe I should consider picking it up. It doesn't look too bad, but then it's another Metroidvania. I'm like, I don't know if I want to play another Metroidvania. So I'll probably wait on it, maybe because it looks like a PlayStation Plus game. Let's be serious.
Okay, if you think seriously it's gonna be a PlayStation Plus game down the road, and then
the game's like I think $25, I think, or $30 retail, but it's like on sale for $26.99 if you pre-order is what it is. Here, let me hold this close. By the way, this is supposed to set the bar here. I'm gonna hold. So it's about $25. I think it'll come to PlayStation Plus, so I might hold off on it. We'll see. But I think you're gonna see more of that. We do know that PlayStation in the beginning, before the PS5 rolled out, they had a lot of relationships with Chinese developers. We don't hear a lot about Chinese developers nowadays because, well, they just started like really getting into the whole gaming thing. Like if you had to buy a console in China, you kind of had to sneak it in. They were anti-gaming in China. So now that
They're
they're
not anti-gaming. They're anti anybody making money in China that's not Chinese.
okay, there you go. That's the best way to put
Yeah.
it there. So now they're allowing the consoles to get in there as well. So there is a market there, and there's also developers there. So PlayStation's trying to capture some of that market there, and I think it's fair to say you're going to see a little more Chinese developers in this showcase.
Do you think we're gonna see the Wukong game?
You said Wukong?
Yeah,
I don't even know what that is. What is
the
Wukong?
Monkey King game.
I haven't heard that. This is new to me.
Okay, off the air,
Put
I
me
gotta
on.
send you a link to this trailer.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a Chinese developer. It's like supposed to the story of like Sun Wukong,
Okay.
like and like hit him with the staff and the graphics. It looks freaking amazing. They put like two like 10 to 20 minute trailers and stuff like that, like of the battle mechanics. This game looks beautiful.
Wow, this is
It
all
must be
news
coming.
to me. So yeah,
I agree.
I'm down to see that. I know that game that I talked about, that the fist game, the fisting game. Um, that's also a Chinese developer. So again, I just feel like we're gonna see more of that. But I think it'll be a good show. I don't think it'll be terrible. Um, but for the most part, that's exactly what that's really it. That's what it is.
Oh, Liquid. See, you say, oh, nice.
Little
Sack
sack boy,
boys.
little sack boy.
Okay, so Liquid, you say the show's not gonna be bad. I say this show needs to be fire. I'm going on the upswing. This has to hit. This has to end on such a freaking high note.
Right.
Like it blows our socks right off. Because PlayStation is kind of lacking, and they've been falling into the same story of this is what we don't have instead of what we have.
Sure.
This needs to show what's coming up this fall
Mm-hmm.
and also beyond.
I I I think it's gonna be a good show. I don't think it's gonna like. For some reason, part of me feels like it's not gonna blow our socks off. Right? I really do. Like, and it sucks to say because I don't, I hate to say this, but I don't think it's gonna be that. And to be honest with you, I don't think it needs to be. Like, I get what you're saying, but I feel like this year it's kind of a throwaway year. Now, if they're gonna show us, because like they specifically touched up on what's coming up holiday, and into next year as well. Well, we kind of have an idea of what's coming next year. Granted, I get that they're gonna show us. I feel like they should at least show one thing new, one big thing. I'll give you that. I think so. Sure, absolutely. Even if it's a God of War trailer, get me hyped. Absolutely. But I don't think you're gonna get much else. That's what I'm trying to get at. I really do. And again, I don't feel like you have to have that, only because, like I said, I feel like this is more of a throwaway year. I feel like, with the sales that PlayStation has, you're gonna get some. You're gonna I think they'll be okay still, but I think you'll start seeing the pushback, like, oh, like more later on, especially maybe later on in this year, after you're getting your Halos, after you're getting, all the, your Call of Duties, your Battlefield, after you're getting all the stuff, you know what I'm saying, after you're getting everything this year, then people are gonna be like, yo, so PlayStation, where you at? I think that's when it's really gonna, like, it's time to do it now.
Because we have three megaton games that you just said that are coming out this fall,
Right.
you know, and it's like, yo, Sony, where you at? Because one of them is an Xbox exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So even though Halo is having its issues, and I'm not trying to downplay that at all, but it's coming out this year,
Right.
and it. You speaking about it right now
Mm-hmm.
made me think about it. I'm like, well, Halo is having its obvious issues. I'm like, but it's still coming this year, and I'm like, is that enough? Like, Halo 5 had the issue where it was missing things, but we were accustomed to the surrounding people. There was more competition,
Right.
but in this absence, I wonder if it will somehow get the buy long enough.
I see what you're saying. Like, I don't know.
And
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead. I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry. No, no,
And
no,
I'm
go.
like, I think that it is going to depend on whether Battlefield hits or not. I think
Right.
that's the litmus to everything. That is the big. That is going to be the first one that comes out in the benchmark.
Sure. No, I agree. I think that they're definitely going to set the bar. You see, I think if Halo hits hard, like, which, I mean, they're already kind of setting expectations that it's not going to hit as hard as we thought because of the problems that it's kind of running into. Like you said, it is coming out. But I think the fact that they, came out and sort of got ahead of what wasn't going to be in the game, I feel like may have PlayStation like, okay, we have a little bit more time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, okay, the game's gonna come out, online. They won't be able to play with their friends, and Forge is not gonna be there. So the PlayStation's probably saying, oh well, they're probably thinking, hey, maybe we have a few months before that stuff comes out. Maybe we make another announcement right before those things come out. If you what that
That's what I think this is.
yeah. Oh, you think this is that? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Well, I think this is. I think this is the count. I think this is Sony's counterattack.
Oh well, hey,
This is
well, I'm hoping you're right. I don't think so, but it may be.
you see, we couldn't be on two different sides of the
I
fence
love it.
because I think this is gonna. I look okay. Maybe this is me, and I fell into the hype train. Like
Sure.
let's get like we're eating the appetizers, bro. Let's get into the main course. All
Sure.
right, let's get into our friggin' I put PlayStation hot topics. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Our PlayStation hot. I put hot takes. I
Mhm.
put hot topics.
Wait, is this our predictions? Is that where are we getting into it?
We're leaning into our
Oh, okay,
predictions.
cool.
We're gonna
Okay,
get
hot take. You
into
see,
it right now.
I put PlayStation predictions, otherwise known as PSP.
Oh, just
PSP, baby. You know what I'm talking about.
great deliverer, just delivering. You know what I'm
That's what,
saying?
that's what I try to do, man. That's what I try. I try to get the S rank every time.
Oh my god. Jeez. Anyway, so, no, get out of here. Come on, what a cute boy. Anyway, so Liquid. I think this is their counteroffensive.
Okay.
I have a couple takes, and then I'm gonna start off with. I'm not. You know what? Because I think you're gonna say it, so I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
My first one, I'm like, I'm gonna give that to Liquid. I think you're gonna have him, but I legitimately think we're gonna have at least three major announcements in this 30. I think this is gonna hit. You get stuff in the middle, or stuff to oh, catch your breath, and then they're gonna come with another thing, do it again, and finish the show that way. This is how I honestly think this show's gonna happen. All
Oh,
right,
you got
and
me hyped. You got my attention.
I think one of the things is gonna be The Last of Us multiplayer online, the thing we've been hearing about forever.
Right? Yeah.
I think we're at least gonna get a trailer or like a screen art to show that it exists. Something that Last of Us is happening.
I,
I think
I
that'll happen earlier in the show, actually.
Yeah, I think that's something you would put earlier. It's actually great. I didn't even think about that. What do they call it? Last of Us, the online thing. I forgot what it's called.
Something lands or something. I don't even know. I keep on wanting to say Badlands, but I'm like, that's not true.
No, yeah, it's factions,
Territories.
factions.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So yeah, you see, I feel like that's great. So here's the thing though, is that my problem is that I'm not like I didn't really care for factions that much in the original Last of Us. You know what I'm
So
saying?
good.
Yeah, no, I think it was great. For the little bit that I played, I thought it was fantastic. But I didn't play it that much. I didn't really care for it all that much. Yeah, but if you were someone who really got into it, I think I think you're definitely on the right train getting into it. Like that's a great game to get into, or a great multiplayer to get into. And yeah, I think putting it at the beginning of the show, maybe even opening with it, absolutely. I think that sounds fire. That's
Ooh,
awesome.
imagine that kick to the gut. Like they're starting with Last of Us. What?
Dude, so
Hype.
if they really want to do a counterpunch like what you're saying, they could probably be like, oh yeah, you get to play with your friends day one. You get to, they really try to like drive it home if they really want to hit them with that gut punch. And so yeah, so I like that. I like that a lot.
Hype.
Yeah, that would be tight. I like that a lot. I'm gonna give away my number one then. All right.
This is not my number one. This is like from 3 to 1.
Oh, okay. So we're doing.
Technically my number 3.
Okay, that's fine. I listed mine sort of in the similar fashion. Yeah. So I'm gonna put. So PlayStation finally announces the Blue Point deal.
Okay, that's what. Okay.
That's what you thought. All right. So they finally announced the Blue Point deal that they made the purchase, and they emphasize on how they're going to be remaking older PS1/PS2 specifically first party titles though only. So we're gonna see the and for I gave some examples. Ape
What
Escape.
example could they possibly be?
So Ape Escape series, all right. The Sly Cooper series, and maybe Legend of Dragoon. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But hey, I wouldn't mind a new Sly Cooper. I love Sly Cooper. I think it's great. I love my little Stubbins, little Sly Cooper plush guy over here.
It is adorable.
Dude, I had to pick him up. I wish I would have got the Ratchet and Clank one. I totally missed out. Now it goes for like $45. These things were like $15 or $13 when they came out. So I'm kind of pissed that I didn't get my little Ratchet and Clank. Whatever. That's beside the point. But yes.
But I'm gonna counterpoint you.
Oh please.
I say the Blue Point deal finally goes through.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they either announce the Metal Gear Blue Point deal
Okay.
that's been rumored forever. It's either going to be a remake or a reimagining of the Metal Gear franchise.
Okay. So I'm happy you brought that up. That was going to be my number 2. So I didn't say it. So I'll use another one then, since that's not going to be number 2.
Okay.
But yeah, I see where you're coming from, and yes, it's kind of on the money where I said. Now I added a little more. I said not only Metal Gear, but I also said Castlevania and Silent Hills. I think they get the triple package. I think Blue Point would be involved as well. I think there would be other parties involved, and I think that's who you're going to be seeing in this showcase is the new development teams that Sony has acquired or at least temporarily have under their wing.
Yeah.
So that was my number 2. I'm going to use a different one though because of that, but I love that idea. That's I think fantastic. I think Blue Point has to be involved in some way, shape, or form, whether that be they do first party stuff or the Konami stuff. Like I think Blue Point needs to be doing something like that.
I don't think Metal Gear happens without Blue Point.
I completely agree with you. I think Metal Gear doesn't go anywhere unless Blue Point's involved. Absolutely.
Yeah, you need the name because
Right.
people are gonna hear Metal Gear and like, who the hell is working on it?
Right. Of course.
Like they're gonna be like Blue Point, and you're gonna be like,
Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, the kings of remakes. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
okay.
That's fair.
Look, I'm looking.
Yeah. All right, so I'll give a number 2 here. So I'm gonna go with, let's see, I have 2 to choose from. I'm gonna go with this one though. I'm gonna go. This one's a little more safer bet because we kind of heard some rumblings of this. So, PlayStation announces they have an answer to Game Pass. Okay, so whoa, Chris, hold on now, hold on.
So much cap, bro. It's so cap. It's so like PRBS.
Dude, they have an answer to Game Pass. Now, we do know David Jaffe. For those who don't know who David Jaffe is, he was the director or creator of the God of War series, as well as the Twisted Metal series. And he said that they're working on something, apparently. He confirmed that he has some people in the business. Now, granted, he's not working for PlayStation anymore. He does YouTube podcasting on the side now. That's what he does. So he said that I've seen him talk with Colin Moriarty. Actually, they've had a podcast.
I would like
together.
to hear that.
It's actually really good because they really get into like some of the nitty gritty stuff that you normally don't hear about. So I'll send you a link to it. It's worth the watch. But yeah, David Jaffe said that they're supposed to be working on something. He's not going to say who or get into full details, but he said they are working on something. Other than that, we have heard that when they data mined the iOS Netflix app, there's the screenshots, of course, of Ghost of Tsushima cover art, as well as the DualSense controller. And then on top of that, Netflix also in early July, I want to say, they did say they want to get into gaming as well. So, I think that, it would be a great point if Sony were to do that, because then they don't have to get their own subscribers. They can just, Netflix, let's say you pay, a few dollars more, you add this to your subscription, or if you just want to pay for this by itself separately, you can. And, Netflix already has how many millions of subscribers. So
their install base is massive.
Yeah, it's huge. So it's just like they wouldn't really have to compete too much. Now I'm so happy. Oh, actually, hold on, wait. Okay, yeah. That's so yeah. So they're going to be, I think what it's going to happen here, or I guess what I put down here rather, is they're going to be partnering with Netflix for something both gaming, but I think they will also implement the movie/anime stuff they have. Funimation, Crunchyroll's also owned by Sony now, so I think they will include that. So I think they would be like, hey, Netflix, you get this for the media part, for so you can people could watch this, but for the gaming side, let us control this. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like leverage,
Yeah.
So I think that'll be great. I think Netflix is getting bigger with anime, as the time goes on. So I think this would be a great. I think this is something they would be willing to jump on as well. Let me see, and I think this allows Sony to flex their muscles in terms of the movie industry. So if they're trying to bridge that gap between movies or shows. We know the Last of Us HBO series is coming out, and I think this
Wrapped on the first episode.
yeah, exactly. And then they were working on for the longest time. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's gone anywhere, anyways. But the Sly Cooper cartoon that was supposed to be coming out. So I think you'll maybe see some.
The Ghost of Tsushima show.
Oh yeah, that's right, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you'll start seeing more first party characters on the big screen. And I think what better way to get your characters out there? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's gonna be my number 2.
Uh, Honestly, bro, that's a solid number 2 because it makes the Sony studio it's Sony Studios, right?
Yeah, PlayStation Studios.
PlayStation Studio. It makes that PlayStation Studio seem more of a brand like a Marvel's Avengers.
Right.
That's what everybody wants, bro.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to be the next Marvel's Avenger.
Like,
and PlayStation definitely has the cast of characters to do something like that. I think so.
I agree. And like, have you seen like when a PlayStation game first starts, like the introduction of it, how it looks like that similar to a Marvel logo? Yeah, it's like right on the money. So
sick.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, no, I love it. Okay, I'm heading to my number 2.
Okay.
This is just me dreaming, bro.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Kind of said it already, all right, but I'm just gonna say it. Legends of Dragoon, bro. Just make it happen. I don't care who makes it, bro. Just make it happen. I just want it. It could be a remake, a remaster. Just let me have it. Just give me. I just want it. Square Enix, I know you're not gonna give it to me, but give me.
Wait, does Square Enix own it?
Final Fantasy 16, huh?
Does Square Enix own Legend of Dragoon?
Well, Squaresoft is the people who made it.
Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense.
So I know they're gonna talk about Final Fantasy 16 and they're gonna show it up, probably, and it's gonna be cool.
Right.
All right, but I say screw that. Let Final Fantasy 16 be a lie and let it be like, hey guys, you thought you were gonna play Final Fantasy 16. It's really Legends of Dragoon, and everyone just lose their mind, bro.
Dude, I would love that.
I'd buy a PlayStation for Legends of Dragoon.
I mean, I would love that. I think, like you just see Dark come out and everybody knows who, just give it the same sort of like hype treatment that Final Fantasy VII Remake got, and all the nerds got crazy for that, me included. Yeah, give it that. Absolutely. I'm all for that. Yeah, please. All right.
I want it. Oh my god! And just think about the Dragoon Buster Sword. Like when it comes out, it's on fire and it's in the hand and it's It's all like in the forearm, but you could tell because of the new graphics, you can really see like the muscles heading into the sword, and maybe it'd be a new character, and maybe it's not Dark, but in this world where like there's like a younger kid, maybe in a little like I don't want to say modern times, but heading towards modern time where magic and technology are meeting in that area, but you still hear about the story of the legendary Dragoons, and it's been so long, it's a myth, but someone found the red-eye Dragoon stone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or oh god.
I love that. No, that's great. Yeah. No,
that's
I think that's great. And yeah, like I think it would get some serious pop. Now, let me ask you a question though. Who makes this? Who would make it?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe they give it. Maybe someone at Square Enix has like a subgroup or something that I can't think of the top of my head, where it's like, hey, bro, we're gonna give you this project,
right.
And they're hoping because like let's be fair, they don't really care about the franchise like Legends of Dragoon, so they could give it to a group of young developers, and it doesn't tarnish anything. Think about it, the game bus, it's on them.
Right.
If they make it, then Sony and through Square Enix get to build up this new franchise.
Okay.
This new developer, and like, look what they did. We gave them the ball, and they took it home. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I love it.
Didn't do any research. I got into hype. That was one of the ones where I'm like, Chris,
no, that's great. List. Oh, I love it. Balls to the wall. I'm here for it. I love the balls to the wall. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you mine. This is my last one. All right. Get
so excited. So giddy.
So, uh, PlayStation. Okay, so they announce that they are working on a new handheld that allows you to hold on, that allows you to get this. All right, send whatever that you're playing from the handheld to the TV. All right, I know what you're thinking. Never been done before. Not once has a game been able to switch from a console mode to a TV mode in just a snap of a finger. That's what you're thinking right now. I get that, Chris. All right.
Never been a deck or a switch.
Yeah, exactly. So, but let me no, let me break it more
I'm
into
sorry,
detail.
I'm sorry. Go,
I'm
go,
gonna
go,
give you
I'm sorry.
the so it will go to the TV. However, the difference though is it
Okay.
will be remotely wireless. You just to push of a button, you can send it to your TV. All right, so you can
Okay.
send it to your TV. However, there's a caveat. All right,
Hold on a second.
so like Sony fashion, you will need some bullshit like a Sony Bravia TV to use this feature and or a proprietary overpriced receiver to make it happen. So
Mine in your own fantasy thing, you've made a super lame Sony thing to
I,
attach
I
to
did
it.
just because I'm like, bro, that's the Sony way. That's what I ended that sentence with. That's the Sony way. It is.
That's not just Sony. That's Sony PS3 era. Oh my god! And then you can call it with your Sony Ericsson phone, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. You can call tech support. Call it with your sweet Sony Ericsson phone.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
look. That was more of a joke. It's still
That's hilarious.
yeah, no, that's where I wanted to end. I wanted to be funny. It is the big thing though, a new handheld. That's what I would really want. I do want a handheld from Sony. If we can't get that, I'll go with my next best thing. This is technically my last point. Okay. I we all know PlayStation. They brought up mobile gaming before. All right. So I think they will go just totally into mobile gaming. You know, they will really steer into it. That'll allow not only like I would think gaming apps like companion apps to go along with your game that shows you little hints or even progression. You know what I'm saying? So you could like do it with your game, but I think it'll also have like they'll also have games that will have like trophy support stuff like that. So that's more of the more
No,
grounded.
no, no, that's time making the ecosystem.
Yeah,
Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool, and actually makes a lot of sense. Like
I
I
think
know
so
it's
too.
not on the hype level, but when you really start thinking about it, like that actually makes perfect
Yeah,
sense.
why not,
Actually,
right?
it's kind of shocking when you say it like that. It's like, why haven't you done that already?
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know, Liquid.
What's up?
You've been spitting bars all night.
Thank you.
So, thing is, there's how I honest to God think the way this show's gonna end.
Okay.
I think we're getting God of War gameplay.
Right.
It's happening. I think that's happening. I think I'm as confident, and I was wrong. Hashtag Chris was wrong about the November 15th in Halo. I'm also this confident that we're gonna get a Gears of War gameplay.
God of War.
God of War.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jesus, I just messed that up. But I think we're gonna get a God of War
Uh-huh.
gameplay. That's happening. We're gonna see something, and it's gonna be like when we first saw it.
Okay.
Like where it's gonna be like this big thing. We're gonna hear it. We're gonna hear it before we see it, and it's gonna be this thing, and it's gonna be awesome, and everyone's gonna be like, "We seen about it," and then it's gonna end with you seeing Thor's hammer. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Maybe you see well I can't that's spoiler and yeah, but maybe you see Thor's, you see Thor, you see Odin. We
Okay.
haven't seen Odin. We've seen Thor. We haven't seen Odin.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and I think we're gonna get a big character reveal for the God of War. That's what I honestly think is gonna happen.
Honestly, I don't think you're crazy for thinking that. I think that would probably be on the money. A new character, you know, make it big like a big deal. Honestly, I think they would show Thor only because they've kind of already showed Thor. Before they show, I think they would save the Odin thing for like for the game itself or maybe for another time. But I think the Thor would be definitely on the money. I also believe that God of War will be displayed at the end of the show as well.
Or the reason why I say Thor's not gonna happen because Thor's more popular in zeitgeist in pop culture.
Sure.
I think getting Odin as a release, you're like, oh shit, it's Odin. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's gonna happen. Now, that is the safe bet.
Hmm.
Screw that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not my true number one.
Right.
You touched up on something earlier
Okay.
that I think could believe, but I'm gonna bring it back.
Okay.
I'm saying we get an announcement for the next Sony All Stars game.
You know what's funny? That's been in my head for quite some time. The PlayStation, you know what's funny? It's called PlayStation Battle Royale, which the term Battle Royale has taken a whole different meaning now.
Wow. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
thought it
was
was PlayStation All Stars.
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. That's the full name. Yeah.
So I think this one would just be PlayStation All Stars.
I agree. That's something I do agree with you. I think they'll be we could call it safe, calling it PlayStation All Stars. Yeah, I think as long as they do it right, it'd be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you've played All Stars before. I have.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like so they included too many third party. Like you got the big daddies from BioShock in there, and you're just like, why are you here?
Well, we have to remember, dog. During the time, it was the hot stuff on the street. People were juiced
No,
when they saw Big Daddy.
and I get that, but you don't think Big Daddy and PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what they were trying to. They were trying to mend the fence, and I think the
Right.
game was the thing to do it. And because if Smash is a thing, well, Smash is a thing, but Smash also kind of does that. We're like, hey, these threads that you wouldn't normally see, Kazuya, and Smash, then
Yeah.
we bridge that gap, and I think that was one of those things.
hell, like even Cloud, if you think about it, like Cloud, I think of Cloud, I think of PlayStation. I don't think of Nintendo. Sure, Final Fantasy. If you want to say, oh yeah, Final Fantasy, you think of Nintendo. If you're an early adopter for the Final Fantasy series, sure, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But Cloud specifically, no, that's PlayStation. Let's be serious. Um, but
When I
yeah.
think of Final Fantasy, I think of Tidus laughing, ha ha ha.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But yeah, I think PlayStation All Stars I think that would be cool. You know what I'm saying? I think it would catch people off guard. 100%. So you'd get that like, oh crap, like factor. And then like, but I feel like they really need to double down on the first party stuff though. You know what I'm saying? Bring in your Aloy now. Bring in your new characters now. Bring in your Aloy. I'll skip Deacon from Days Gone, but bring in maybe the new version, the new Kratos. You know what I'm saying? Bring him in, and you know what I'm saying? Bring in. I know they had Raiden because like Snake was in Smash Brothers, so they felt obligated to put Raiden in PlayStation All Stars.
I was down for it. That was my homie, dog.
Yeah.
That was the instant pick.
That's who I picked too. It's so
I
funny.
know, because if anyone can see you right now on screen, you're all about that lightning bolt action.
What are you talking
about?
about?
Oh my god.
Oh man, but yeah, no, like I think that if they double down on the first party stuff, like let the third party stuff go a little bit. If you want to throw a character or two here and there, that's fine, but don't like really, because like I said, there was, I think Dante from Devil May Cry was in it, which is just like, I get it. That's probably where a lot of people played Devil May Cry, but it's not a PlayStation property. That's Capcom. You know what I'm
I
saying?
always think of Devil May Cry and PlayStation. To me,
Sure.
they're synonymous.
No, and I'm sure that's what they wanted you to think, but it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like they
Yeah.
really need to get their first party. Like, you could bring back Nathan Drake, obviously. Hell, you could bring back Toro Cat if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Little white cat, bring him
the
in.
rapper, bro.
Yeah, Parappa the Rapper, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I kind of want to talk. Do we have enough time to talk about just like a list of characters who we want to see?
That's our podcast, bro. We got nothing to do anything.
Okay, let's just throw some characters out there. So
I don't know how long my computer's gonna hold up, though.
all right, so real quick, just fires. Let's try to
I'll
fire
let
as
you
many.
do it. I'll just go.
So what is it? Parappa the Rapper, he's been in the first one, so that's okay. Uncharted, Nathan Drake, that's okay. I think Aloy would be a good pick. Like I said, I'll leave out Deacon St. John, whatever. I think Jin from Ghost of Tsushima would be great. Give him a little katana there. Who else am I thinking of? Let's see. even if you want to double down on Uncharted, maybe even bring in a female from Uncharted, bring in Chloe. I think she's a cool character from Lost Legacy. You from PS4. I think that would be fine. Hell, bring in Dart. Could you imagine like they'll talk about Legend of Dragoon and then lead into the whole PlayStation Battle Royale and it's Dart as with the character, like the leading
If
character.
they were to do that, I'd be like, all right, I need a PlayStation ASAP.
It's time to get one. It's
I'm
time.
like, yo, it's time to get off the. It's time.
It is time.
It's time.
Yeah.